Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy BigDonSkillz. Hey, got another video today. This one is an unfortunate situation, though, brought to you by Etika. If you're not aware of Etika, Etika is a famous YouTuber who just committed suicide. His body was found today. I've actually made a video about this before, and if you want to check on the whole background information of what's leading up to this situation, don't forget to check out my other video, which we'll display here shortly. So I just kind of wanted to talk about just a little bit of the whole situation of suicide and how yes, it's very serious, and I feel like a lot of people were out there to help Etika, but sometimes, as I mentioned before, you're not able to help everybody. It's a harsh truth. It may come across a certain way, but there's only so much you can do to really help and benefit somebody. Certain situations you don't really believe are real as it's happening. I think for Etika in particular, when people saw the stuff on Twitter, a lot of fans, or there's some insensitivity going on, as well as people who were really just like wanting to help. But there's only so much you can do from within the distance of a computer. This kind of ties in with the fact of like how people also look at YouTubers, actors, actresses, musicians, artists, whatever, like quote unquote famous people. People kind of dehumanize them, for a lack of a better word, where they believe that the things they say don't have an effect on the person that's behind the screen. I've heard this before from videos and people that are famous, that you get all these good comments. You know, you may check your Instagram posts, you get all these good comments, but it's always that one comment, that one bad comment that sticks out to you. So whether it's an actress and everybody's talking about how beautiful her dress is or how good she looks, and there's that one person who's just calling her fat and ugly and disgusting and a pig, and just the evil person who just feels the nerve and had the audacity to just spit hateful and negativity things behind the comfort and anonymous nature of their monitor, you know, their computer screen. It's just effed up in general, you know, because this is coming from, what I'm saying is coming from a person who honestly wasn't really a fan of Etika's content. But like, it doesn't change my opinion on how I feel. So I look at it in a more realistic sense, where like people really do have to pay attention to this, man. It shows how real suicide is. And you have people saying on Twitter, "Oh, I don't believe it. Like, it's not real. Like, I refuse to believe it." Like, you better believe it, man. It's reality. They found his body in a river. Like, don't be that way, you know. Like, accept it for what it is. Don't, you know, push your mind out of something, out of reality. Like, it happened. Like, you have to accept the fact that it happened. Just sad in general. Like I said, I feel like you're gonna see a lot of these videos, you know, today and over the next few days, talking about Etika, people who've shared memories with him, who've had relationships with him, huge fans. I'm not that person, and I want to make that clear. But I also want to make clear that he is a human, and this just shows, you know, the insensitivity of people. And as well as there's people who really did try and help him. There was a lot of love and support, I feel like, for Etika in this situation. But when you're in such a big nature like that, it does, you would look at it as like, whoa, there's all these people around here trying to like offer him help. Yes, that may be true, but like you have to try and think of it from a different perspective. Don't think of it from the way you are now. You have to try and put yourself in the mind of someone else, or else your opinions are always going to be off the wall, because you have to try and make yourself relate to people. And you know, a perfect example of Etika is, I'll go ahead and say it, but just racism, the way people look at racism, and this is specifically referring to America, but I'm pretty sure this is going to apply for, you know, cultures all over the world, where people don't really believe it, and even when they see it, they still refuse to believe it. It doesn't make sense to me. You know, if you're seeing, whether it's police brutality or you're seeing you know, the mistreatment of someone because of whether it's their skin color, their sexuality, shit, just the way they look, anything. People discriminate for the dumbest of reasons, out of jealousy. Jealousy and hatred are usually the number one things. People have to learn to accept reality for what it is. And that's just literally what it is. Accept reality for what it is. So, you know, like I said, this is a sad situation. I hope I didn't go too long-winded with this, but, you know, I really wish the best for Etika's family. And in this situation, you know, like I said, I really hope that everything goes well for the family, and that even the people that were on the internet posting memes, which a lot of people tend to focus on, I'm not even gonna shine light to those people. Those people are like there for the likes and views, because they have low self-esteem and likes determine their value. So those type of people don't even matter. I've seen tweets, you know, some of the popular YouTubers, like, you know, pointing the middle finger out to trolls and things like that. Dude, we ignore those, you know. But like I mentioned earlier, it is those comments that do make people feel insignificant, even when all the help in the world is right there. So yeah, suicide is a very serious issue, and for all of you who may have had friends that you wonder about or that say weird things, like, don't ignore it. Like, it's reality. Go out there, you know what I'm saying? Go offer help. There's a suicide awareness hotline. Like, get the number, you know, recommend it to your friends, sit there with them. Don't just tell them something and walk away. Like, you have to be proactive too, because just, you know, as I've been told, no one cares about you more than yourself. But when someone's in a situation like that, you have to be them. You have to foster that friendship, that thought of caring, you know. And there's gonna be people who don't want to be involved in that, you know. They may think it's just a little too much for them to handle mentally if they see if somebody's going through problems. And people will see that. I think I've been in situations before where I've had something going on in my life, and I feel like the people that I thought would be there for me weren't there for me. And I'll point to a specific incident. I had a car accident a few years ago. Dude, scared the hell out of me, man. For the longest, for a few months, I even say almost up to a year. There were some days I would wake up and I don't know, I just wouldn't believe that I was alive, you know, that I survived the accident, you know, after seeing how my car looked, and just the fact that I escaped out of it almost unscathed. It even affected me for a long time, and it's just something I never really brought up, but like, people will never know unless they ask, you know. And sometimes the people that you expect to be there aren't the ones that help, and that can also just mentally demolish you. But like I said, this video isn't about me. That's all I wanted to say, you know. Rest in peace to Etika. I really hope that his family and friends you know, have a strong recovery from this, because the loss of a loved one is insanely difficult, and I can hardly even relate. But I don't even want to imagine. One day it'll happen to me, but you know, for now, I it's unfortunate, but God bless. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. No promotion here. I just hope you all enjoyed the video. Once again, my name is BigDonSkillz. You all have a great day. I will see you on the next one, and peace out, y'all.